Welcome back to Let's Read Umineko, Legend of Gold. I have like 20 openings for this. Like, welcome back to blah blah blah. In the last part, Kraus turned out that the goal was real because he's a gangster. In this part, Shannon's gonna see if our clothes are wet, and George's bottom crotch was, if you know what I mean.
I can bring some towels if you want.
You don't need to worry about us that much. Thank you, Shannon.
That's right. We were saying earlier that we would play some cards. Do you want to stay with us for a while? Please.
Huh? Who had the night shift on today's schedule?
I believe there was a special schedule during the family conference. I think there were a few changes, so I will go and check.
Wait, if you have to go all the way back to the mansion to find out, don't force yourself.
Ah, it's alright. I can find out from the servant room in the guest house. Please excuse me for a short while. I have to finger.
Shannon gave a quick bow and went to the guest house servant room. Roosevelt headed for her cousin room and put Marie in the bed for the time being. Marie was sleeping very deeply, and there was absolutely no sign of her eyes opening. We got some drinks out of the room's refrigerator and spent some time playing cards while drinking. Was it beer? No way, this is Japan. I don't think 18-year-olds can drink.
Oh, Cannon? Even Gingy is here. What happened with tonight's shift?
Kraus had given an order. There have been modifications made to most of the schedule.
Goda has been changed to the night shift at the mansion. You and Ken have the night shift in the guest house. Kumasan and I have been ordered to spend the night in the guest house. Just now, a phone call came saying that you are also to remain here.
Huh? That's quite a large modification. The shifts at the guest house have mentioned have almost been completely reversed, haven't they?
Originally, Shannon and Cannon had been given the night shift in the mansion, while the night shift in the guest house, where all of their relatives were staying, had been assigned to Goda, who had an abundance of experience in entertaining. Kumasan should have been staying at the guest house, while Gingy should have been staying in the mansion. However, since that Kraus had suddenly ordered that the schedule to be modified, the shifts of the guest house and the mansion had all been reversed, and Gingy was also spending the night in the guest house. It's probably because of Beatrice's letter.
Why, probably.
When such a mysterious letter appeared, it was only natural that Kraus would suspect one of us. We served directly under the master, so Kraus tried as best as he could to keep us far away from the family conference. Gingy, Shannon, and Cannon were all permitted to wear Yushimiya family's crest, the one-winged eagle, as servants who served directly under Kinzo. Of course, since they were working for the Yushimiya family, they had to obey anyone's orders, but their only boss was Kinzo. It's only Kinzo had the right to employ them. Even Kraus could not have them dismissed of his own accord, because if they were often visited by Kraus and the others of Kinzo's underling and shunned the non-believers. In reality, Kinzo would seldom let anyone other than them enter his study. You could probably say the sudden shift change clearly expressed the sense of mistrust that caused. During the time Kinzo had left to live, this would definitely be the last family conference before the problem of the inheritance would come out. On top of that, mysterious letter that claimed to come from Beatrice had dropped him out of the blue. Kraus definitely wanted to keep Kinzo's loyal subjects away from the table of such a delicate and important discussion.
If you would accuse me, I will go rest, because I'm like 60 years old. If anything happens, call me immediately. For the master, tonight is special.
Yes. Wait.
Yeah. Certainly, Gingy.
Gingy nodded back and went behind a screen, took off a jacket, and slowly began to relax after a day's worth of tension. The ones who just returned now, were they the children? Why are they children? They're older than you, except for Maria.
Yes, the other relatives are having a conference in the mansion. It looks like it would drag out until much later.
That would be comfortable. It's already this late, and there's this weather. Probably the rest of the relatives will spend the night in their rooms in the mansion.
Yes, probably. I'm only saying this because Gingy isn't around, but I'm a little happy I went to the guest house, I think.
Oh, why's that? Because you can stay away from Madam and Eva, those bullies? Or do you have another reason?
It's not like I have another reason.
I see. Then let's do our best together with our midnight shift. I shall get the lotion, and you shall get the poker, if you know what I mean.
What the fuck? Just now, I asked you to go to the children's room and play with them. I was asked to go to the children's room and play with them.
Shannon hung her head apologetically, gazing at Cannon uncertainly. Cannon didn't try to meet her eyes and spoke. It's such a sad day and age where you can't record without being interrupted. It looked like he didn't plan on indulging his sister. Yeah, they're not related. They don't. Yeah, they act like it, but they're not. You can't. You were assigned the night shift. And besides that, it is not necessary for furniture like us to respond to an invitation to play. You understand, right?
Yes, I do understand.
She'd already expected that Cannon, who's considered rules to be very important, would probably say something like that, but even so, she was a little discouraged. As Cannon turned over her diary, he spoke without facing Shannon. In that case, the children will be waiting for you. You have to apologize until you have the night shift, and won't be able to play with them. Go and come back.
Yes. I'll go apologize and come back.
Shannon hurriedly stood from her seat before her brother's mood changed and flew out of the servant's room after giving a quick bow. As he watched her back go, Cannon took a single deep breath. Gingy's voice came from behind the screen.
Cannon, I will be here, so you can go too.
Gingy, Shannon was the only one called. It's not like I was invited.
That is only because you were not there at the time. If you had been, you would have been invited as well. It is good to play as children from time to time.
No, that's not something I need to do. Kids who are people may have a need to play, but we are only furniture.
Is that so?
Nissan's sister is also furniture. Even if she pretends to be... Okay, that's just mean. It will only hurt her later. I understand that, so I try not to get too close to people. Gingy did not say anything after that. After a while, he stood up and used a pot of hot water to make powdered cocoa and served some to Cannon as well.
You fucking bitch.
Is that for real? I didn't know that.
Dumbass, too loud. You wake Maria up.
That was so surprised that he yelled nocturnally and scattered his cards everywhere. His voice caused me to turn over once, but he soon fell asleep in a deep sleep. Guts gave him a jab, and he lowered his voice. Still, seriously? Now that I heard about it, they really did that kind of atmosphere, didn't they? Now I see that George could not be seen anywhere in the room. A short while ago, when Shannon had come to the room, George suddenly said that he'd forgotten something to mention and needed to go back and get it. Are they gonna have sex? Shannon said she would guide him, just like he on the way to the guest house. Two of them had departed together.
Yeah, they've really been showing signs for a long time, haven't they?
Asking what the other person liked, asking what their hobbies were, and somehow thinking they could pass it off as nothing more than a passing interest. Come to think of it, I get the feeling that George has only been overly nice to Shannon. Now I get it. Wait, what's going on? I don't know. I'm a teenager. I don't get this. I'm not used to love affairs. I'm not. I think I am. I'm not. It's raining. It's pouring. Kenzo is snoring. He went to bed and hit his head. And there's no rain. What is it?
According to the weather report, it looks like it will be worse. It will be at its worst tonight. I don't think that won't up tomorrow, but it should get a little better.
Really? Then maybe the boat won't arrive until the day after tomorrow. I've been worried that might interfere with your work on Monday.
I already knew what the typhoon would be coming beforehand. I was in case to make sure I didn't have any planned for Monday, so it's alright. I may not look like it, but I'm really type who can plan ahead in a schedule.
George was off his chest, acting proud. Compared to the normally calm atmosphere that George always had to deal with its cousin, he now will you read the frickin' line? He now looked amusingly like a little kid. Shannon chuckled at that gap. That's his gap.
It's no surprise that
Oh, the love music.
It's no surprise that someone will soon make him Mrs. Company prosperous and so well prepared.
Well, making a company prosperous really is a tough job. Money only thing that's important. I learned that well by studying from my father. Making a company prosperous is like having a castle and leading your subordinates. My dad, Hideyoshi, really loved reading about great leaders during the warring periods of Japan. Much of his philosophy on managing business comes from talking about them. Did you know? Takeda Shinjin, who was feared the leader of the strongest cavalry troops in their warring period, started out with his troops in complete disarray, and didn't have the kind of strong leadership necessary to utilize them well.
Is that true? That's a little unexpected.
In order to unite his troops, Shingen utilized several strategies. For example, when a soldier did well in battle, he would immediately honor them with a medal. Remember that doing that thing was put off until after the war, and they were all awarded at once. He also worked diligently while in the field of battle, and when he immediately showed his appreciation for his troops' military exploits, he motivated them in an extremely significant fashion. After that, whenever one of his troops was brought down by an illness, he would be the first to rush up to them and take care of them. Things like that. Takeda Shinji wasn't just the man who led the strongest cavalry troops in the warring period. He was the person who cared for most of the troops throughout the warring period.
Oh, wait, is it warring or wearing?
Since he was that kind of person, all the truth went along with him.
The truth was, Shannon had already heard of this story several years ago. And when George started to tie his father in with these stories, he would always be beaming like he was looking like he was having a great time. But Jane just smiled without interrupting, urging him to continue.
Of course, in the capital of this world, the power of money can build up a large stone wall. But did you know you can't build up a castle or succeed in war by yourself? I gotta think it only be created by the support of many subordinates, by borrowing their strength. After understanding this, when I looked at my father's back, I realized how mature I am. I see how much my father has cultivated his character by working hard and understanding well now that he was able to build up all he has until today.
George, you truly look up to your father. I'm jealous because my daddy did. He was shot on the 4th of July.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I wanted to say, oh god.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
Two of them awkwardly looked at their feet. Shannon had no parents. She was brought up in an orphanage owned by Kendo called the Fukuin House. Under the guidance of the honorary director, Kenzo, the orphanage offered excellent graduates a chance to live their life of service. If they were accepted, they would be able to leave the orphanage and work as servant for the Ushimiya family. This was considered to be the highest honor for a graduate. Servants from the Fukuin House took names with the character on in them while they served. Though Shannon wasn't her real name, the same goes for Cannon. All of them graduated from the Fukuin House were orphans, or you could say that they were all people who, through special circumstances, have been disowned by their parents. Because of this, the graduates have been taught to think of each other as their own family. That's why it's so natural to Cannon when he called Shannon his sister. And while only Shannon and Cannon were working together at the mansion, the other servants who worked in the shaft rotation named Manon and Renan inherited the On character in their names. However, there were not many servants who stayed with the Ushimiya family for long. It was standard for them to quit after 3 years, so you could probably say that Shannon, who had been working for over 10 years, was an exception to the rule. Working as a servant for the Ushimiya family was a heavy burden to bear, but the pay wasn't bad at all. Working for full 3 years would earn more than what was needed to enter mainstream society. That was why, even though the graduates from the orphanage realized what a harsh task working for a family was, they still hoped to be accepted. Made the fact that Shannon managed to continue for more than 10 years shouldn't be viewed as her having more willpower than any of the other servants. Maybe she was made to getting work for 10 years because she didn't have the courage to say that she wanted to quit. OMG. I can't mute it. Mama, you better answer that phone. The Kenzo, who could not have been trusted with his own blood relatives, those excellent servants in from the Fukuin House, were the only ones he could trust. Because that, Kenzo was sometimes allowed them to wear the family crest as servants under direct control and had to work close to him.
You've already been working around for 10 years, was it? You must have saved a lot of money right now, right?
I wonder. It's not like there's anything in particular I want to buy. I think about a few billion.
Few million yen? Jesus, bitch.
Which isn't enough to live off for the rest of my life.
Have you continued working to try and meet some target sum?
Yes, that's right. I have nowhere to go outside this mansion. I have been getting along with my lady and the other servants' children too. I had sometimes called by madam, but caring for the roach guard and cleaning the mansion is fun.
But that isn't Shannon's. No, Sayo's life.
Wait, her name's Sayo? Sayo no Yuta? It's funny if you get it. Shannon chested her eyes downward when he heard her real name. She understood what George was trying to say and he closed her mouth.
Even after becoming an adult and a full-fledged member of society, I've been studying and I've learned something. A human's life not as monstrous or short as we thought we were when we were kids. When they were students, everyone had certain fears that they can't shake. Wondering whether they will live the rest of their lives like they were in the sleepy class after a monotonous and boring school day, spending their time in the carefree laziness without anything interfering happening until it was all over. However, these thoughts were only arising while a person is still an underage student. Compared to a human's life, the time they spend as students is nothing more than a blink of an eye, a period where they break through the shell of their immaturity. The inside of the shell might be a hot, suffocating, and boring world, but the world beyond their shell is vast and filled with limitless possibilities. So far, you've only been living inside your shell. Aren't you making the mistake of thinking that your life will always continue like this?
That is, boobies.
Shannon could deny those words. She hadn't been able to doubt her way of life, and since she had any other hope to change herself, she could continue her life of idleness. Oh wait, I want to see how old Shannon is. I'm just curious. Okay, no. Wow, I'm gonna assume she's like 18, maybe 21. I don't know, but her fake breasts say otherwise. Wait, when did she get these fake breasts? Kenzo's like, you are Beatrice breast, and he gave her magic boobies. She wouldn't have been able to nod. This might have caused her to avert her eyes from the truth. As long as she wasn't admonished by George, she wouldn't have continued to retain out the notice as real life slipped away, neglected bit by bit.
George, should I not continue living this way?
You must not. By the way, didn't you break one of the rules just now?
George immediately gave a strict answer and then broke into a mischievous smile. Shannon already knew what she was being chided for, and it seemed that it would embarrass her as she hung her head.
Didn't you promise not to use Sama when two of us are alone?
I couldn't obey that as a promise, but if it was an order, I would have to obey it, because I'm furniture.
It's an order.
Yes, certainly, George.
As Shannon hung her head, her red... Can you teach us frickin' make out? They're adorable. Her face red. She said George's name again, this time using San.
Yes, that's fine, Sayo.
A smile rode George's face, praising Shannon's. No, Sayo smiled like the bravery. Just watching this conversation would have been even a feeling of how close their relationship was. For a long time, the two talked as if the weather raging around them didn't even enter their consciousness. They talked about the many memories they built during their relationship that no one else knew about. Every once in a while, flashes of lightning would slice through the rain, but this could sully neither the roses nor the time they spent blushing at each other. Anything gonna happen? Or he's gonna be like, show the scene like, yeah, they like each other and they want to make out.
That's right. I have something I want to show you.
Oh God, is he gonna show his dick?
Alright, here you go.
It's so tiny.
Shut up.
And what do I get it be?
George, who had been speaking eloquently, suddenly started to stutter. Shannon also noticed something about his appearance. George timidly searched through his pocket. Something got caught in the depths of his pocket, and just like the stuttering George, it took a while to get it out. Oh my God, what is it? What is it? It was a very small box. What is it? A small box covered in deep blue velvet. That particular shape was enough to make anyone realize that what was resting inside. Shannon prepared her heart a little, thinking it might be something like that. But even so, when she actually saw it, she couldn't even avoid blushing once more. She opened the small box, took that thing out, and held it short enough for Shannon to take it.
I want you to accept this.
What is it? I mean, I don't know.
I can't accept something so valuable.
You can't accept it?
No, because I'm furniture.
Say it.
Something like that. It's too good for furniture. For me.
Sayo, this is not a request. It's an order, okay? Accept this ring. Okay?
Was that the game thunder or outside thunder? It's like boom. What was that? Does God not want them to get married?
I can't disobey an order.
Yes, that's right. Good girl.
Oh, wait. Let's look at that. That's freaking, I love this patch. I love how it has this cool CG. Shannon, not wanting to show her bright face, Tim accepted her. Oh my God, he proposed. Oh, George. Oh, George. George's hand while still staring at the ground. That ring wasn't a simple accessory. It was a noble object, which since ancient time was meant to be held with a special meaning and offered to a special woman. Therefore, while George could order her to take it, he could not order anything beyond that. Anything beyond that would depend, not on an order, but on Shannon's, no Sayo's, own will.
So from here on, it's no longer an order. Sayo, and we need to speak tomorrow, without using words. Do you understand?
How?
I won't order you anymore, so this isn't an order. But a ring is something you put on your finger.
If I could then should have put a ring on it. If I could then should have put a ring on it. Woohoo!
Sorry, I'm just really happy. I love this scene.
You can just put it on any finger that you choose.
Shannon only pretended not to know. She had already understood what he wanted her to do. But she was standing at a huge crossroads of her life.
Look how late it's gotten. Let's call it a day.
George faced away from Shannon, seeming slightly uncomfortable.
I probably can't order you to wear it on your left hand. You might be timid and dependent enough to actually obey that kind of order. But I want this last part to be given by Sayo's own will. Understand?
You're kind of forceful in her, George. I mean, yeah, I get it because she's very naive. But come on, George, don't be so forceful on her.
Yes.
So that's an order. I want you to think about it well tonight. Show me your answer tomorrow.
Shannon nodded back. There was a solemnation of their long relationship. This moment had not come to any surprise to Shannon.
We should be getting back to the guest house soon. If we take any longer, we'll make everyone worry about us.
I'm sorry. I remembered I just had to go something to do in the mansion, so I had to go back.
Wait, if I have to do something in the guest house.
Something this late? Really?
George stared at Jessica's face as he laughed mischievously. He definitely saw through Shannon's lie. However, after noticing that feeling, it wasn't as if she couldn't understand that she might be embarrassed that she'd want to be alone. So because George realized this meaning behind Shannon's lie, he accepted it. That was really touching. Like, damn. You go, George. He's like, bam, take this ring, you better wear it, girl. There'd be a transition. Yeah, I'm like, where's the transition? Where's the crack? And it's transitioning to midnight, right? Okay, 11 o'clock. I guess we're not going to go the next day in this episode. I want to go the next day. Just, the next day, sun goes down, comes back up, it's next day. Yeah. Shannon entered Hall of the mansion with a tottering gait. A mixture of election and uncertainty gave her a feeling that she couldn't easily describe. It swelled up in her chest until it felt like she was about to burst. After stopping for a second in front of the server room to take a deep breath and calm her heart, she opened the door. Inside, Goda, who had been ordered to take the midnight shift to the mansion tonight, was holding a Crossword Puzzle magazine, completely worn out. He looked up for an instant to see whether one of the family had come, but when he realized it was his fellow servant, he returned to a puzzle as if nothing had happened.
I was told by Junior to help Goda and come over.
Ah, really? Thanks a lot. I just want about to make the rounds and clear up the mansion, but there's no way I could leave this place empty. Anyway, Cross and the other meeting looks as though it will continue for quite some time. Jesus, it's going on for hours. They might order some tea at the time.
That's true. Then, what shall we do? Should I watch over?
In that case, Shannon, sorry, but would you please patrol the inside of the mansion? I will stay here waiting for the family's orders.
Yes.
Shannon was a little surprised. Despite the fact she had come over to help with a favor, she'd been forced to do the job of a person actually on duty as though it was natural. Furthermore, after one silently forcing that task on her, Goda once again gone back to his magazine and been immersed in his crossroad puzzle. Kind of a dick, dude. For the time being, a sign of respect for her elder, Shannon bowed her head and she left the room to patrol the mansion. Because it had become fairly suddenly, the airy sensation that she had felt a little while ago had lessened a bit, and she couldn't show this kind of faith to Gingy and Cannon. Until her heart was able to calm down, she wanted a little time to herself, and maybe going to patrol in such a bad way to do that. From the dining hall, she began to hear the tumultuous voice of that family's discussion. Someone speaking at great length and was then interrupted by someone else. The second person also began speaking a very long, drawn-out finish until yet another person interrupted him. This kept on repeating. It was as though their displeasure was seeping out through their voices. She had been told to go to the guest house, so it would be bad if she was discovered by Kraus. Saying that, Cannon quickly foldedly left from the entrance to the dining hall. Then inside the mansion controlled by darkness, she began to check that the house was all closed up, following a prearranged route. Not route. Well, it could be either. Roots are for plants. Oh my god, that's so bad. Roots are for plants. In case you didn't know that. She walked down the hall, checking that each window was closed. On Rokenjima, there were no humans other than the family, so in actuality, cleaning up that wasn't a terribly meaningful task. I do not choose to scold them that this attitude was careless. Closing up had not been a customary niche for a family. The metal fixtures on the completely chilled windows were freezing. Every time she went to check on them one by one, it felt like the glow in her heart seemed to cool down. Wait, what the fuck was that? What? What was that? What the hell? At the time, she thought she saw something flicker across the hall. Flickering? Why that shouldn't be visible beyond the darkness of the hall? At first, she thought she had made some mistake, but after a while, she killed her breathing. Gasping the current, she fiercely gazed into the center of the hall. However, other than the occasional crack of something brightening the hallway, she was unable to glimpse any flicker again. It must have been her imagination after all. Maybe because she couldn't calm her heart, she saw something that didn't even exist. Sam resumed checking the windows. However, in the back of her mind, certain unremitting things were directed. Those butterflies? Like, what the hell are golden butterflies doing in a mansion? Yeah. It was what that witch had been. It was that witch. I keep saying witch like, you know, the witch has been passed down amongst servants who sort of used to be a family story. That ghost story. Mansion had different masters of the day and of the night. Master of the night, Beatrice would sometimes fly around the mansion in the form of sparkling butterflies. Oh shit, Beatrice. Well, maybe she's a nice person. I mean, we don't know any. We just know she gave Kenzo gold. I mean, maybe she's a good gal, Beatrice. Come think of it, didn't Cannon once say he had seen it with his own eyes? Could it possibly really? The Lord of Thunder gave no answer. Shit, I don't know, said the Thunder. It was like, I don't know. Okay, we're back to the Rose Garden. Rose Gardens. They got so many roses. Well, that's obvious. I don't want to speed this up because I like seeing these, like how the rainy effects and these were drawn, right? Did somebody draw this or did it like compute? Well, I know someone drew it on a computer, but still, it's pretty good. What's going on? Okay, we're back at the portrait. I'm kind of scared, actually. What's gonna happen? Beatrice gonna jump out on us? Okay, I'm actually really creeped out. Okay, that's the Beatrice portrait. Just don't zoom in anymore to that portrait. I feel like a jump scare is gonna come out. It's gonna happen. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Wow, they're like, okay, we know you guys are tired of these family discussions, so we're just gonna, like, show you what something like is going on. Okay, Shannon's all scared.
Don't rape me.
I am not doing anything, because I am a lazy fuck. I am furniture.
I have a deep voice.
Oh god, Kenzo, don't rant. Please don't rant. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, I mean, he's cool, but, like, his rants are like, dude, shut up. Back to the painting. What's gonna happen? Seriously, I have no idea what's going on. Okay. I don't... Okay, what's with the music? Is it like going to the next day? It's midnight. Fast forward to 6 a.m. Finally, October 5th. Yeah, October 5th, right? Well, the day of Umineko, not October 5th. Is it? Come on, just say October 5th. Thank you. Okay, second day, October 5th. We finally made it to day 2 of I'm not gonna tell you how many days there are. Okay, I'm gonna end it off here because that was a lot of shit going down. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry for no outro for the last 2 episodes, but I didn't feel like there needed to. So remember, always marry the servant maid because she can't say no.